Generally, in a democracy, people of the nation participate in the decision-making processes. People generally, they participate in decision-making processes through their elected representatives. Through their elected representatives. An important feature of any democratic government is the consent of the people. Consent of the people. It ensures that the government is responsible to the people. It ensures that the government is responsible to the people. It is responsible to the people. So when we're talking about the Indian democracy, in Indian democracy, there are the two systems of democracy generally has a practiced. One as a presidential form of democracy, presidential system of democracy, and second one is a parliamentary form of parliamentary system of democracy. The framers of Indian Constitution, they decided to make or follow the both presidential as well as the parliamentary system of democracy. Now, what's the difference between these two? Democracy can be practiced in a presidential system as well as in a parliamentary system. A presidential system is a presidential system of government where the executive organ of the government is led by the president. It is distinct from the legislature or parliament. Legislative assemblies in states, it is as distinct from the legislature and the parliament. Our parliament, which has consisting the two of the houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. It is basically as a distinct. President of India is distinct from the legislatures and parliament. In this form of democracy, the president serves both as the head of the state means country. President is both as the head of the state and head of the government. So those countries where only as a presidential form of the government exists. In certain countries, president is the head of that particular country, head of the state and head of the government. But in our country, prime minister is the head of the government. And president is the nominal head of the government. Nominal means under such circumstances, when the prime minister is not in power, then the president, it is as take their position. President is responsible for the administration. It has generally occurred after 5 years when prime minister resigned from their post and general elections held after the 5 years. Under such circumstances, for the sake of time, when the new government not elected, till the time new government not elected, president will responsible for the administration. Clear? Is that clear, Prableen? President is the nominal head of the government. Prime minister is the real head of the government in our country. Clear? So our country has followed a presidential system of the democracy. So our country also followed the parliamentary system of a government. Now what it means, parliamentary system of democracy, the legislative comprises in which a parliamentary system of a government, legislature comprises the two houses of parliament. Two houses of parliament. Two houses, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. Two houses of parliament. It is the legislature that makes law for the country. कोई नया कानून बनाना है, any of a new law required a society. Such law is framed by the, it will be as a form by the legislature, the parliament of country. There will be as a that issue discussed in a Rajya Sabha and a Lok Sabha. Debates are generally conducted on a such issue. कोई भी लॉ बनाना है उसके ऊपर डिस्कशंस की जाती हैं in Rajya Sabha, in Lok Sabha. These are the law making authorities. In next chapter you will read understanding the law. Next full-fledged chapter is there. What is the procedure of a law making process? Law making process. Clear? So it is a legislature that makes the law for the country. The Prime Minister is the real head of the government. Prime Minister is the real head of the government, which manage the cabinet ministers, and President is the nominal head of the government. In our country, the Prime Minister is the real head of the government as well as the leader of the majority party in parliament. Majority, that party which won in a maximum number of constituencies, maximum number of constituencies or the seats in a Lok Sabha elections. Total number of 545 members are present in a Lok Sabha. 545 members present in a Lok Sabha. 545 members are present in Lok Sabha. 545. So that party which having the two-third majority, it has makes the government. It has generally makes the government. The two-third of a 545, it will be as a near about the 320, 330. So that party which won the 330 seats in elections, it will make the government. It will form the government. Why? Because it is in majority. It is in majority. If not the any of a party got the such number of seats in elections, then what is happened? Such parties, they collide, they joined the other parties. They joined the other parties. When the different parties join togetherly form the government is known as an alliance. That is known as the alliance. Alliance. For example, in Punjab, before of the last 2 years, Akali government, Shiromani Akali Dal and Bharatiya Janata Party, they collectively contest in elections. Both were in a one group. So that group is known as alliance, ALL. It is generally formed when a single party not got the clear majority. ठीक है ना? अगर alliance नहीं बनेगा, if the parties not collide, not join with the others, then what will be happen? Re-elections. If the re-elections will conduct, means more number of taxes will charge on a people, because the funds which are raised through the taxes are used by the government for their works. If the re-elections, it will be as occur. Re-elections. To solve that problem of a re-elections, parties, they start to join together. For example, as presently, Shiromani Akali Dal joins with the Bahujan Samaj Party, BSP. Both collectively, they will contest in election in 2022 in Punjab. 2022 in Punjab. Clear? This is as the parliamentary form of the government, in which he or she chooses as the ministers to form the Council of Ministers. The Prime Minister, along with the Council of Ministers, they plays an important role in legislation. Clear? When we're talking about the democracy in India, India has a parliamentary as well as the presidential form of the government. parliamentary as well as presidential form of government, which has marked under the Constitution of India. Constitution of India, the Indian Parliament comprising the elected representatives of people makes law for the country. The Indian Parliament, it comprising the elected representatives of people, elected representatives of people, elected representatives of people, elected representatives of people, which generally elected representatives of people, which generally makes law for the country. They generally makes law for the country. Such number of elected representatives in Lok Sabha, they play as a role for a making of a law. So Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are directly answerable to the legislature. If people are not satisfied with the government's policies and functionings, they can change it by passing a vote of no confidence. For example, law is a bill introduced in Lok Sabha. Bill is what? The matter which is discussed, which will be as a discuss in a Lok Sabha. Bill introduced in Lok Sabha, but the majority of people in India, they are not satisfied with it. So opposition, if the opposition has not present in a Lok Sabha, under such circumstances, speaker which has managed administration in a Lok Sabha, speaker, it can't pass a law. Under such circumstances, a vote of no confidence, it can pass in a Lok Sabha. Vote of no confidence means अगर कोई लॉ है उसको इंट्रोड्यूस किया गया, लॉ अभी बना नहीं है, देयर इज स्टिल एज अ रेजोल्यूशन, बिल इंट्रोड्यूस इन अ लोक सभा, रूलिंग पार्टी एंड ऑपोजिशन पार्टी, रूलिंग पार्टी द एग्जिस्टिंग गवर्नमेंट एंड ऑपोजिशन पार्टी, दे विल डिस्कस द मैटर, such matter it will be as a discussed by them and then they will pass it. If they pass, then it will be as a law, but if a state opposition not present in a parliament, under such circumstances a speaker can't pass as a law because people oppose it. When people starts to oppose the certain number of conditions, when a people they start to oppose certain number of bills or the existing law, under such circumstances the vote of no confidence pass. Vote of no confidence pass. Vote of no confidence passed in a parliament. Clear? Passed in parliament. Now the next question is, why should people decide? Why should the people they decide in Indian democracy? Before of the India, when India declared as independent in 1947, before of the Indian independence in 1947, the Indians had been forced to obey rules in which they had little or no role in the decision-making process. I mean to say, the time period of a colonial rule, it was not as a dictatorial rule. It was not as a dictator government. During the colonial period, this can't be called as a democratic age or as the dictatorial age. It was a time period of the arbitrary rule. Arbitrary in which the authorities are not bothered about the conditions or consents of a people. Arbitrary rule, it was practiced in India during colonial period. Arbitrary rule in which people they had been forced to obey rules in which they had little or no role in the decision making process. Means people can't take participation in government. In colonial rule, people, they can't take part in a government. They faced severe punishments and arrest if they ever criticized the policies of the British government. Britishers generally, they arrested those individuals, those people which publicly criticized, opposed the British policies. Britishers make a law, but the people not followed them. Under such circumstances, they arrested them and sent behind the bars. They sent such number of Indians behind the bars, but in a present, such things are not possible, because our constitution allows, our constitution of India allows the right to expression. Right to expression. If a people are not satisfied with the government policies, their rules, regulations, they can express their thoughts. But there is only as a one condition, such thoughts, it shouldn't hurt sentiments of any community. Such thoughts, whatever the person want to express in society, it should not hurt the sentiments of any individuals. Clear? So it was the year of 1909 when the Government of India Act passed. Government of India Act passed, in which Britishers, they permitted the elections. Britishers permitted elections in India in some number of legislatures, not all over the India, not in all over the India. Britishers, they provide as an opportunity to contest in elections in a limited number of legislatures in areas where will be the contest in elections. And at that time, there was only as a one political party, Indian National Congress existed. Indian National Congress, which was founded in 1885 Bombay. 1885 Bombay, Indian National Congress, founded by the Britishers. Clear? So as per the Government of India Act of 1909, they decided to contest in elections in some number of the areas. The common people still had no right to vote and elect their leaders who could participate in decision making. Only the universal adult franchise or a right to vote, it was given to the limited number of people. Limited number of people, not to the all communities. Even the women were not allowed to cast their vote. During colonial age, when they started to provide opportunity to Indians to contest in elections, limited number of Indians were allowed to contest in elections. Contest in elections to the limited number of voters. Limited number of voters. They wanted a government, such Indians, they wanted a government which would be sensitive to people's need and demands. Whatever the people expected from the government, that was as the desire of a people, and the government should work according to them. Because Britishers, they make a law which were beneficial for them. Not for beneficial for the people. For example, as you read in a previous chapter, history, 4th chapter of history, during the British age, there were the tribal revolts occur. Such tribal revolts, they were occur because of the forest law, enactment of a forest law, in which Britishers restricted the movement of a nomadic tribes in forest lands. The basic idea behind the enactment of forest law was to protect the forest from the tribals and use wood for their beneficial. Use of wood which obtained from the forest for the beneficial of Britishers, not to maintain as the environment of India. So Britishers, most number of their policies, their rules, these were beneficial for the Britishers, not from the point of view of Indians. So the Indians, they tried to form such kind of government which work for themselves. Indians demanding as such kind of the government which work for themselves. Clear? Jasleen, clear? which can work for themselves. Sorry. So these dreams of the freedom fighters were given a concrete form of the Constitution of Independent India, which adopted the parliamentary form of democracy based on universal adult franchise. It was based on universal adult franchise or right to vote. Universal adult franchise, which states that all adults above the age of 18 years, they can cast their votes and elect their representatives. They can elect their representatives. They can cast their votes and elect representatives as per their needs. As per their needs. Clear? As per their needs. So elections which are generally held after the 5 years, it has given the opportunity to voters to contest in, to take part in an election and elect those representatives which can work for their society, In parliament, all the representatives representatives means elected members, elected people, elected individuals by the citizens of a country. All the representatives collectively makes a law. All the representatives collectively makes a law. Collectively makes a law. Clear? Collectively makes a law. Now, question arises here: what is the role of the parliament in India? Role of parliament in India. Parliament in India is known as a Sansad, S-A-N-S-A-D. Parliament, it is known as a Sansad in India, Sansad. The picture of a parliament house must be very familiar to you, and you would have watched the parliamentary proceedings on a TV. Generally, there are the four sessions. Generally, there are the 4 sessions of parliament. 4 sessions of parliament held. 4 sessions of parliament held. First, winter session. Second, budget session. Session is a time period when the parliament is called by the president. Session is a time period when ruling party and opposition party, they come towards the parliament in a Lok Sabha and a Raj Sabha to discuss certain issues. First, as a winter session. Second, budget session. Third, monsoon session. Third is the monsoon session. Third is the monsoon session. Fourth, summer session. Clear? Summer session. So 4 of the times parliament is held. Parliament not organize their meetings throughout the year. Only in such 4 conditions they call by the speaker or a president of country to resolve certain issues or form law, to frame the newer law, for which as the sessions called in a parliament. Clear? Sessions called in parliament. In India, in our country, India, it is not possible for people to meet at a particular place to discuss major issues. we opting as the indirect form of democracy. India having the indirect form of democracy. Direct form of democracy is in which people directly contest, or sorry, people directly take part in a decision making process. Decision making means law making processes. People directly constitutes. But when we're talking about India, which having as a more than 120 crores of population, 120 crores of population, it's not easy to tackle the problem or solve the issues, resolve the issues, or form new law. So to solve the problem of such large population, we are having the indirect form of democracy. India having the indirect form of democracy. Indirect form of democracy in which we elect our representatives. In indirect form of democracy, we elect our representatives through elections, and such representatives are responsible for making of law. Such representatives are responsible for making of law. Such representatives are responsible for making of law. The parliament in our democracy system, the parliament in our democracy system, parliament in our democracy system has immense powers, has immense powers because it is the representative of people. It is the representatives of the people. Representatives of the people. Representatives of the people. Our parliament constitutes of two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. You can divide a page into two equal parts through which we are easy to understand what's the difference between these two houses of parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is known as lower house of parliament, whereas the Rajya Sabha is the upper house of parliament. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of parliament. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of parliament. Second, Lok Sabha is known as the house of the people. Lok Sabha is known as the house of the people. House of the people. And Rajya Sabha is known as the House of Representatives. House of Representatives. Rajya Sabha is the House of Representatives. Done. Total number of the provision of members in Lok Sabha. The provision of members in Lok Sabha. The total number of members in Lok Sabha is, it's 552. Provision is 552. At present, 545 are there. Presently, 545 members present in Lok Sabha. Total 552 provision means there is a possibilities of a sitting members in a Lok Sabha is 552. But presently required as 545. Means 7 seats are still vacant. 7 seats are still vacant. It may occupy in future when population will regularly increase. Clear? 552 is a provision. 545 are present, out of which 543 are elected. Out of the present 545 members, 543 elected by the people, elected by the citizens of India. 543 members of Lok Sabha elected by the citizens of India, and two members nominated by the president. Nominated means president has the some discretionary powers through which they nominate, they can appoint them without elections. Two members appointed by president which belonged from Anglo-Indian community, Anglo-Indian community means when Portuguese left the Goa in the 1980s, such areas which earlier ruled by the Portuguese, people belonged from such communities. Which still as residing in India. Clear? Two members nominated by the president, 543 are elected, means 545 members at present in Lok Sabha. In the other side, total number of provision of members in Rajya Sabha is 250. Provision is 250. 250 is a provision, but presently there are 245 members in Rajya Sabha. In Rajya Sabha, total number of 245 members are there. 245 members, their provision in Rajya Sabha. 245 members, their provision in Rajya Sabha. Out of this 245, 233 are elected. 233 are elected, and 12 members of Rajya Sabha nominated by president. 12 members of Rajya Sabha, which is known as the House of the Representatives. They are generally nominated. 12 members nominated by the president such 12 members belonged from various fields, means those which done as a superior work in India, they are nominated by the president. Which has done the extraordinary work at their field, they nominated by president to Rajya Sabha. Example, Amitabh Bachchan. Example, Jaya Bhadri, wife of Amitabh Bachchan. Hema Malini. Gautam Gambhir earlier, it's recently as the nominated for the Rajya Sabha. Gautam Gambhir, Sachin Tendulkar. Why? Because they known for their extraordinary work in their fields. 12 members nominated, 233 are elected in Rajya Sabha. 233 elected, 12 nominated, means 245 members presently in Rajya Sabha. Third difference, Lok Sabha is known as the temporary house. Because it dissolved after 5 years. Lok Sabha dissolved after 5 years. After the 5 years, again elections held in India, which are known as a general elections. But in the other side, Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house. Rajya Sabha is known as the permanent house. Why? Because it doesn't dissolve. Rajya Sabha does not dissolve at any time. It's 1/3 members. Out of the 245 members, 1/3 members, they removed from Rajya Sabha, and the next 1/3 they appointed. it continuously work. Rajya Sabha is the permanent house of parliament which continuously works. Which continuously works. Clear? So this much for today. Any queries? Yes, Rhythm. What is your question?
सर सर अब राज्यसभा में जो 12 मेंबर्स जो नॉमिनेट होते हैं, अगर वो पहले इलेक्ट हो जाए तो वो प्रेसिडेंट उनको नॉमिनेट कर सकता है?
Yes, yes, Rhythm. Rhythm.
सर जो आपने बोला राज्यसभा में 12 मेंबर्स जो नॉमिनेट हुए हैं वो अगर इलेक्ट हो जाए तो प्रेसिडेंट उनको नॉमिनेट कर सकता है?
अगर उसमें से किसी